Hello my lovely crafters, this is Crafty Sue 519. Welcome to my channel. And today is Tea Tuesday. And I thought for a little bit of a change, I would bring on my special guest, Grumpy.
Hello.
So we have a story to tell you today that we think that you will get a kick out of. So let me just start by saying Grumpy is retired from United Airlines. Thus his cup. And because he worked for them how many years, hon?
27.
27 years. When he retired, we got the benefit of free flying for the rest of our lives. He'll tell you about that. But, anyhow, just a little intro. We're going into the free flying realm of benefits. Yeah. Anyhow, my tea today I picked is hibiscus berry. And Grumpy picked Earl Grey, which is his favorite tea. So I'm just going to pour our teas and get them steeping so we can give them a little drink later. Is yours. You can put your tea bag in there. I'm going to need scissors to cut open mine.
It smells so good.
It smells so good. All right, Grump. Start your story.
Well, as Sue said, one of the benefits of being pretty much any airline retiree, but in our case, United Airlines retiree, is that you get free flying for you and your significant other for the rest of your lives. The thing, and most people think it's great, and it is great, except for one thing, and some people may know this and some people may not, is that the free flying, even when you're an active employee, is standby. And what that means is you pick the flight you want to go, you register online, and you show up at the gate. And if there's room, you get to go. And if there's no room, you watch it go.
Oh, we've watched it go many times.
We have watched many go. But when you get on, and it can be really good if you get on, you get first class if it's available. In this case, in this story Sue's going to tell, is it was a lucky break for us. It was red-eye to Chicago, leaves at midnight, gets into Chicago around 4 their time, and then you're there for all the connections to the rest of the system. The plane, in this case, was a brand new 777, which had just come out, and it was configured for international flight, which meant the first class section had the individual suites with lay down seats that's turned into beds. And we were lucky enough to get up there. And with that, I'll turn it over to her.
For a few minutes. I was trying to remember why we were taking this red eye to Rhode Island, which was our ultimate goal, was to get there. And I believe, if I remember correctly, it was because my oldest brother had passed away. And another brother of mine was very, very ill, and I wanted to see him. And it was my oldest son's 30th birthday, and they were having a birthday party for him. So there was all kinds of stuff going on in Rhode Island. So We liked red-eye flights, actually, and to go late at night like that, it's nice and quiet on the plane, and we decided to try this new plane. So like Grumpy said, we were lucky enough to get into first class into these suites. And these were awful, awful, awesome, awesome, awesome. You had this big chair that laid all the way back, made a bed. You had a little closet to put your stuff in. They wait on you hand and foot in first class. You feel like a celebrity. And usually, I don't fall asleep on a plane. I don't like to fly, never have, and makes me nervous. But the way these suites are configured, you're not sitting near anybody. So I wasn't near Grumpy. I couldn't talk to him. He was behind me.
No, across the cabin.
Across the cabin?
Yes.
He said across the cabin. And I was up against a window. I was near a window. And for some reason, I fell asleep on this flight. Out like a light. Out like a light. Must have been a tough day at work that day. And I am sound asleep. I mean, gone. And all of a sudden, I hear this bang and a flash in my window. And what happened, Grump?
What happened was I was not asleep. I was watching Sue, and she is out like the proverbial light. We're on final approach to Chicago, O'Hare. And one of the things you can do on a United flight is listen to the cockpit transmissions. And I'm listening, as I always do, and I hear another plane reporting in to the tower. And they reported that they just got hit by lightning. And there's lightning storms over O'Hare or on the approach to O'Hare. We get lined up to come in, and I'm listening to our pilot, who happened to be a female, by the way, I remember. And we're on final, and all of a sudden, I hear this loud bang, and the whole cabin lights up, and I look over at Sue, and she is sitting straight up with this look on her face like I've never seen. And I'm still listening to the to the cockpit, I'm sorry. And all of a sudden I hear our flight report in saying that we just got hit by lightning too. And evidently the lightning hit right outside where Sue was sitting. And it was
terrifying.
It was terrible. I've flown a lot of miles in my career. I had never been hit by lightning, especially that close. Should I continue?
Sure, if you like. Wait, take a sip of your tea.
I already did.
Oh, you
It's delicious, yes.
Would you like half of my biscotti?
No, yes, I want the whole thing.
Well,
No.
you have half.
Okay,
I share with you.
thank you.
Here you go.
Dunk.
Dunk.
We
I taste my
land,
tea.
get off the plane, and go to the next leg, which is to Providence. And it's a little commuter job. It's not even United Airlines. It's the express partner, which it makes it look like United, but it's not. We get on the plane. Well, lo and behold, luckily, we end up in first class again. First row. Row 1, C and D. I remember, on the right side of the plane, looking forward. Sue sits down, I sit down. She puts her head back, closes her eyes. She's out. Already out. We haven't even left the gate yet, and she's gone. And she's all buckled in. They didn't have to do anything. And we take off, and we're going to Providence. And she's still gone. And the stewardess comes up to me, and she says, would you like breakfast? I said, yes. She brings me breakfast and says, if Sleeping Beauty there next to you wakes up, let me know and I'll bring her some breakfast. And then I hear them talking. The stewardess is talking the station's right in front of us. And one of them says, did you hear about the 777 that got hit by lightning? And they went, oh yeah. And I said, excuse me, we were on that flight. She goes, oh my God, what happened? I said, we got hit by lightning. And the plane had to be removed from service and checked out to make sure it was still okay. Nothing had burned up. Anyhow, that's pretty much the whole story. Sue woke up, got her breakfast, and we landed in Providence uneventful after that.
We did. I was amazed that the lightning hit so close to where I was sitting and the plane barely moved. You would have thought it would have kind of knocked the plane around, but it did not. It just was a loud bang and very bright light. And that was quite an experience. Made me want to get on a plane to go home, I'll tell you. I didn't want to do that. But the rest of the weekend, well, Grumpy had work for United. That's why he came. And for my brother's funeral, too. And we were staying in a hotel. And my younger brother and I were going to go and visit my brother that was very ill in New York. And this was a week after my other brother had passed away, and we had gone to his funeral. In the morning that Grumpy was to leave to go to Maine for work, and my brother and I were to go to New York to see my brother Don, I got a phone call about 6 o'clock in the morning letting me know that my brother Don had passed away too. So I lost 2 brothers in exactly 1 week. It was not an easy time. But all in all, it started off on a crazy trip with getting hit by lightning and me sleeping the whole way, which probably was a first, and I probably needed it a real lot with everything that was going on at that time. But just wanted to let you know, and I want to reiterate on standby flying. We have missed so many flights, and we'll come back with a story about when we got married and standby flights. We have missed more standby flights than we have gotten. And since I moved to Florida 11 years ago, I have never once used free flying. Not once. Because it is nerve-wracking. It is nerve-wracking. You are all ready to go on your vacation or whatever it is that you're doing, and you have no idea if you're getting on that flight or not. And United used to have a benefit, and this is what Grumpy was working towards, that once you retired, and if you used standby flying as one of your benefits, if you were retired, because you had so many years in United, you would go to the top of the list of standby flyers. There were always people there, employees wanting to go somewhere. And you went by seniority. And retirees were always at the top of the list. Well, lo and behold, when Grumpy retired, they took that benefit away.
It was Continental's plan they went to.
Yeah, United had merged with Continental, and they went over to Continental's plan, and it put us at the bottom of the list and not at the top of the list anymore. So we don't even use it. I fly Southwest. It's inexpensive. They have a direct flight into Providence, which is where I'm from, and I go back to visit family, and that's the only place that I've flown to since I've moved here 11 years ago. We don't travel as much as we used to. So, that's it. That's our little story for today. Anything else, Grump?
Nope.
I can't see you shaking your head, hon.
Oh, that's true. They don't hear the rattle?
They don't hear the rattle in your brain. No. Alrighty, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this little story. I don't know how many people you know who got hit by lightning in an airplane, but it was an adventure. Alrighty, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and until next time, love yous. Bye.